Whisper so active lately. The messages just keep on rolling through. And I'm gonna get started on the generals today for September, but I can't believe September, Jesus. Um, but there's like this nagging feeling that I needed to share some messages that I received last night and from yesterday. We did the Secrets of the Universe, and I had to watch it again for myself. Hey, April, how are you? But yeah, so hi, Sela, how are you? Welcome, everybody. So glad to have everyone here. But yeah, guys, and I don't know if everyone is like truly aware. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. Um, I don't know if everyone is aware of like how much energy goes into doing this, right? And like what it takes in order to share these messages. So you'll see a lot of readers either pump out a lot of readings or take long breaks and whatnot, and it's because we have to conserve our energy. It takes a lot to do this and to channel messages from spirit. So um, when they are constantly up your butt trying to get messages across, like the only way that I feel where I'm not truly exerting so much energy or feeling like it's not until I share the message that I don't feel like I'm having anxiety, because when they come through and all this energy is brewing, it almost gives me that feeling of anxiety. It feels like I'm about to burst until I share the message. So they start making me like kind of antsy. So here I am. Um, and I don't always remember what comes out in the videos. So I had to go back and watch it because I knew that there is a lot of deep messages in there as well. And um, when I watched it yesterday, I love you too, Tribe. Y'all are amazing. Hey, Ellie. Hey, Dewey. Um, but yeah, guys, it was like one of the messages that caught me was um, don't let other people's fear of failure dictate your success. Woo, boy, can we talk about that one? Okay, so I just set the intention to let spirit kind of guide this conversation, and whatever needs to be heard is going to be heard. And I hope it finds whoever needs to hear it today. But let's just talk about that for a second, because a lot of us have been going through this, okay? Don't let other people's fear of failure dictate your success. So many of us are being called to step up to the plate. And a lot of us are truly finding that who we thought really, who we once thought really had our back, or who we used to go to for support, don't really understand what we're going through anymore. And because we're not on a 3D level. We're thinking outside of the box. We're thinking in more spiritual terms. And um, because we're living a more spiritual experience. And it's hard for people to understand what we're transitioning into. A lot, too. And I know this is kind of off the topic, but like a lot of the messages that I was receiving this morning, I've been trying to tap in more, like learn more about my astrological chart. And I'm noticing that a lot of these sites that either I or people who have tried to break things down for me, they're not necessarily accurate. You know what I'm saying? I've been told that I have Venus in Aries in Venus, But then I found out this morning from one of my friends that I have Pisces in Venus. So I don't know. I really don't. But the thing that I'm finding out is the more I evolve, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, guys, because we have a choice of how we choose to show up, right? Yeah, it might influence us more when we are not in tune, okay? But it the more that we come into our truer selves and the more that we come into our energetic self and like experiencing the true spirituality and the Christ consciousness within, I feel that we start making up our own story, our own way of being, like what we want our experience to be. And the more that we go through these um, these trials and tribulations and releasing the patterns and the conditioning and these fears, the less that it starts to make sense. It doesn't resonate with me anymore. And I've noticed too that like the more that I dig and the quicker that I ascend, right, the less that I am able to stick around other people's energies for too long. Tribe is the only people, and you know who you are because y'all have been with me for quite a while now. But y'all are really the only people that I truly resonate with, that I can continue to evolve and grow and really feel into, and we all inspire each other to keep going, right? And that's because we found each other. Our souls knew that we needed to be together in order to ascend to a higher level, and we needed each other's support in order to do so. And so when it comes to the 3D existence of people, friends, family members, whatever the case may be, that were a part of our lives before, don't really understand what we're going through. So their 3D fears are coming in. And this is another thing that I've been picking up on too, is be careful who you share your excitement with. Okay? Because a lot of us are, coming to this place of like really feeling excited about our lives. We're finally feeling that hope and that inspiration, and we're like, yes, this is the moment we've been waiting for, and things are going to change, and I'm finally starting to feel at peace. I'm starting to feel excited about life again, and I want to share it. I want to share it with my people. And then all of a sudden, they throw their doubts and their fears on you, and you're like, well, damn. I mean, should I move in this direction? And then you start questioning yourself. No, 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 no. Just because their fears of failure, probably they've done it before. Maybe, they fell in love too quickly and they didn't do the proper work, so they got married really quickly and then realized it was a karmic relationship, and now you're going through the same thing, but you've done the work. But you understand that the connection between the two souls that are coming together is different than their dynamic. So don't let their fear of love dictate what is going to happen in your relationship or your move or your new job or your new career or your new inspiration. Don't let other people's fear deter you from what you're being called to step up to. Okay? Because their fear has nothing to do with your success. You do not need their acceptance or their validation to move forward if you know that this is what you're being called to do, right? And the more that we release our fear and the more we move into our truest self and really learn to be at peace with ourselves, right? The more that we do this work and the more that we start to trust our intuition and how Spirit's showing up for us, the more we can step into blind faith. And a lot of people don't understand that. but that's not for them to understand. It's their comprehension of what they need to do, not of what we need to do, right? So we also need to understand, and this is another message that I received last night, just because you are alive does not mean you're living. How powerful of a statement is that, guys? Just because you are alive does not mean you are living. And this is why I want y'all to understand that other people's fear should not dictate what you are doing in order to feel alive, to know that you are living your best life. Because if you listen to other people, you have enough fears on your own going through these transitions and coming into a state of enlightenment. If you continue to allow other people's fears to deter you from your mission, from your purpose, from the things that you're meant to experience in this life, then you will constantly be put on the back burner, and it's not the way that it needs to be anymore. Okay? So do whatever you need to do for yourself in order to live the best version of your life. That's all up to you. It is your choice. And it's coming to this point where, and I know Spirit has asked us before, like, where's your faith? Where is your faith? When you think about your connection to Source, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about your relationship with self? What is your relationship with your heart, with your intuition? And this is where we need to be very honest with ourselves. And if you aren't there, that's okay. It's just room to expand. It's room to evolve. And we all have to go through it. But until we understand where we are in those dynamics, we don't know what we need to work on, correct? So I suggest let's take inventory. Take inventory of where we are in our journey, where we feel we are in tune, where we feel we are lacking, okay? If we think about God, how does that word make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Because listen, and God, I feel, comes in many different forms, guys, because God is love. God is everything. God is creator. God is source. I feel that there are many different energies that go into Christ consciousness and to what we call God, okay? So, I mean, like, my heart's beating so fast because this is a very touchy subject for a lot of people when it comes to religion, but I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about life. I am talking about creation. The same universal energy that decided to put us here in order to experience through and for them. Right? So when you hear that name, when you hear that or feel that energy, what does that make you feel like? Because I know that due to conditioning, the way that other people practice religion, when I heard the word God after doing this work, I was like, do I want to say God on my channel? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. I have no problem with God anymore because God is my belief system. It doesn't have to be anyone else's, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone is open to experiencing however they want to experience. But my version of God might be different than everyone else's, and that's perfectly fine too, because that is my right. That is your right. And there is no religion on this planet that can tell me how to worship, how to practice, or what to believe. Because what I believe is pure fucking love. Pure love. Right? I feel that energy coursing through my vein. That same energy put me here to help y'all. That ain't wrong. Okay? I don't care what anyone else has to say. That is my belief. Okay? And we have to get to that point where we have our own relationship, our own point of contact with God. Because there's more to life. There's more to life than going to work and living mundane you know, experiences where we are not fulfilled, we are not happy with where we are, and feeling like this is just what we have been dealt and this is what we got to do. No, no. We have a choice always to realign with our higher purpose and what God really put us here to do. So it's one of those things where, you know, as long as I've been doing this and as many experiences I've had, and this is why I love God so much. And I don't care how many times I say its name, okay? Because it's a duality. It is male, female. There are no limitations. God is everything. It is the ground we walk on. It is the air we breathe. It is the trees that grow. It's the animals that create that circle of life for us. Okay? It never ceases to surprise me. It keeps that wonder in my life, and I don't ever want to get to that point where I do not see God's beauty within the sunsets, within the stars, within the clouds, within the way the breeze blows across the water, you know, the way that the birds sing, the way that where there is death, there is rebirth. That I find beauty in, okay? And I never want to stop. I never want to stop seeing how beautiful and pure God can really be, right? And I just want to share these messages with you because if you feel that you are not really living, like if you are not fully experiencing life, God is asking you, come home. Come home. I will show you. I will show you the love that you deserve. I will show you the love that is within. And I will walk beside you. I will protect you through these trials and tribulations. And it's such a pure love, guys. I have never experienced in my life on a 3D level what God has given to me. And I will be forever grateful for experiencing that kind of love. Because that's the love that I've been searching for my entire life, and I finally have it. I finally have it through all of this experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I really wouldn't. And I won't let anything hold me back anymore. I just won't. I won't let myself. I won't let other people. And I choose to follow their guidance, and whatever they want me to share, I'm going to share, and I'm going to be vulnerable, and I'm going to be open and just experience and live my life as much as possible because I want to live. I want to live, and there's no reason for me to stop due to other people not believing in themselves and then trying to project that onto me. It's just not worth it. So I ask y'all to really take inventory and ask yourself, what is your relationship to self? What is your relationship to God? What is your relationship to living this life? And how do you feel like you are not only serving yourself but others? And what can you do differently? And if you can look at your life right now and feel great about where you are and feel God's love all around you, then fucking A. That is my tribe. That is my tribe because we are all doing this together, guys. And I am so proud of all the work that y'all have been doing, and the way that we have been expanding together is just a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. And I'm so thankful that we found each other because I don't know what I would do if I didn't have y'all's support. Y'all have gotten me a lot, and your love, your support, your comments, your interactions with my channel just keep reminding me why I do this, um, and he led y'all to me, okay? That's been my intention from the very start, is to be led to the people who are going to go through this process, right? Like, this isn't just about me reading tarot cards and spying on people. This is about doing the work and finding that love and that inner peace that we all deserve. That we all deserve. And we're doing it. We're doing it. And we're doing it right. And I'm just beyond elated and feel so much love and gratitude for everything that we are accomplishing. And I I'm just grateful that we have each other to lean on in these times when, we feel like we are faltering. But listen, that's part of the human experience, guys. It's gonna have its ups and downs, and that's a beautiful thing. That's part of the duality, right? Um, but that's why we always have a choice to realign and to come back to our God center, back to our heart, and do whatever it is that we can do to get closer to purity and closer to truth, our truth. And that's all we can ask for, right? So I love you guys so much, and I just thank y'all for listening to these spirit ramblings and allowing us to come together one more time for um, spirit's messages and how aligned we really are. And we need to start giving ourselves credit where credit's due, because I want everyone to really think, especially if you've been with me for a while, think back, where were you a year ago? Where were you 2 years ago? And keep going, and remember how far you have truly come, how much you have changed, how much you have evolved, and how much more beautiful life can be, and the hope that you have, the inspiration that you have gained. And by choosing this lifestyle, by choosing to take this path, doors are opening up for us, guys. And we need to have courage to walk through. We need to have faith, and just keep working on that connection, because it's all there. It's all there for us. So I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. It's just food for thought. And everything matters. Okay? And whether it's there for a season or it's there for the long run, it doesn't matter. Everything is here for a reason. And the more that we pay attention to those subtle energies and the more that we trust, the more peace we will find. Okay? So I hope all of you have a fantastic day, and remember to take care of yourselves. Um, keep tuning in, tuning up, and let's level up one more time, right? And just keep on going. And the more we dig, the more we find, and the more we can show up. So do what you gotta do, and I love y'all so much, and I'll talk to you soon. All right? Bye, guys.